The Lions win in incredible fashion, 34-31. Detroit looks like the best team in football. They've won 11 games in a row. That's a first in franchise history. They're up to 12 wins in consecutive years. They've never had back-to-back years like that. And they now maintain the inside track towards home field advantage through the NFC playoffs, which could be significant because of how well the Eagles are playing. And they've got the Buffalo Bills coming in just 9 days to Ford Field. So, my biggest takeaway from this game is sort of the resilience of the Lions and how Dan Campbell every week is coaching his team to what it is that particular week. And I think that's where the fourth down decisions came in. Um, the Lions players were told during the week that they were going to be very aggressive on fourth down. I think part of that is protecting the defense. Part of it is leaning into the offense. They go for it on fourth down 5 times. Of course, maybe the most relevant one was the one at the end of the game where Dan Campbell makes that decision, which could have very easily gone the wrong way. And I think what's fascinating about that play, and we had Jared Goff on our set after the game. He said he got tripped or cleated by one of his offensive linemen, which is why he stumbled on that fourth down play. But that's not what's significant about it. Like when I saw that play happen, it happened sort of right in front of my eyes. Um, you saw like my immediate thought was, okay, was he down? And yeah, he was down, but it didn't matter because no one was close enough to him to touch him. And he still had time to get that ball to David Montgomery, who was able to very easily pick up the first down. The offensive line answered the call in that situation, and they did so without their left tackle. Taylor Decker was out for this one. Dan Skipper was in. Um, it's again another sign of strength against a pretty good Packer defense that they were able to take over and convert their fourth down in 5 tries over the course of the afternoon. So, or the night. I think I think just the act of going for it in that situation is a result of Dan Campbell's confidence in that offensive line group he's got and his confidence in his offense in general. It's also a function of what his team needed in the moment, which was the offense to carry the day. That defense is hurting. They have 13 guys on injured reserve on defense alone. That's 6 more than any other team in the league. The linebacker group was, depleted to the point where, so David Long is now like a mainstay for them at linebacker, and he's only been around for a couple weeks. Last night was his 3rd game as a Lion, and they were playing 2 other guys at linebacker in Quan Alexander and Jamal Adams, who's a safety but plays some nickel linebacker, like days after signing them. And the defensive line came in nicked up, and obviously they don't have Aiden Hutchinson, and not having Levi in there was a factor. And then in game dealing with the injury to Aleem McNeil, you're already without DJ Reader. So to be able to manage like that number of injuries, and they're going to get healthier, and most of those guys in the front 7 will be back, including Aiden Hutchinson, if they make it to the Super Bowl. I just think it's a remarkable feat, and it's a remarkable feat against a really good Green Bay team that in this circumstance was playing to keep their hope of a division title alive. Now they're 3 games back. They've been swept by the Lions. Basically, any shot they had of winning the division is over and done with. Both these teams only have 4 games left now. So the Packers had a lot on the line, played like they had a lot on the line, and the Lions, as depleted as they were still able to overcome and win in that circumstance. It's just an incredible story, an incredible team, incredible where they are, and it's going to be exciting to see where they go in the playoffs. Obviously, the Eagles are playing really well, and every win that the Lions get now counts, not just towards the division title. And the Vikings are still only a game back in the loss column, but also towards trying to secure home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which I think could be very, very significant in the NFC.